Hello, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the FCE exam again, and we're going to be focusing in on part 4 of the use, which is sentence transformation, a very tricky part of the exam. So let's have a look at the facts, shall we? First of all, in this exercise you get 6 sentences. These sentences need to be rewritten, transformed, using the word or the words provided. You can use between 2 and 5 words, it tells you in the instructions, so if you write more than this, you're automatically wrong. And each of the sentences is worth 2 marks. So if you think about it, 6 sentences, 2 marks each, that's 12 marks for this section of the test. It's very important. The good news for you though is that the words you put, they're kind of split in half. So if you write anything correctly, you still can get half marks, 1 mark for it. So it is possible, even if your grammar or your use of English isn't brilliant, to still get some marks from this section of the test. What I'm going to do now is actually have a little look at some tips that you can boost your marks in this part of the test. Here you can see some of the things that we post on Facebook. If you want to practice your part 4 of your FCE, check us out. So the first tip I've got for you, always write something. Now I touched on this before. Yes, there are 2 marks, but you will get half marks as well. So if you leave it blank, you're definitely going to get nothing. Whereas if you write something, at least there's a chance of you getting 1 mark. And sometimes, you know, even here you can see in the first example, apologized. What comes after apologized? Usually the preposition for. So he apologized for, bam, that'll probably get you 1 mark straight away. So always write something. Never leave a blank space, because then you're definitely getting nothing. Cross out words to find out what the missing information is. Now this is a really useful technique. For example, how can you stand him joking around all the time? How can something constantly joking around? And we've got the word put, so we've got to put that in, yeah? So how can, we've already got that in the sentence, we don't need it. Joking, joking, we've already got that, we don't need it. Around, around, we've got that as well, we don't need it. And all the time, that's constantly. Constantly means all the time. So from this, you can tell we need you stand him with put. That's the words that we need in this sentence. If you know what the answer is, please post a comment. But this technique is very, very useful, especially if you've got absolutely no idea what the answer is. It still allows you to have an estimated guess at it. Try and figure out the missing words. This is fairly straightforward. Is it an expression, for example? Is it a phrasal verb, like the last one we were looking at? Or is it a prepositional phrase, like fond of? Or, yeah, apologize for, that we were looking at before. So a lot of the time, this will really help you as well. Again, as you can see here, apologize for, and mind is always followed by ing, but we'll touch on that in a minute. So this helps. Watch out for ing or gerunds and the infinitive. They are very, very common in this part of the exam. What do I mean by this? Is it worth? After worth, we always have ing. Worth going, worth doing, worth buying, worth eating, so worth watching the film. Supposed, after supposed, it's to. Supposed to buy, supposed to leave, supposed to visit, supposed to. They love testing this. And again, it is a very tricky grammatic phenomenon. There will be some videos coming out about gerund and infinitives, but it's something that you should be aware of in this at this level, and you will certainly see it in the grammatic or use section of your FC exam. So I hope this video has been useful and it's given you something to think about and some new techniques for you to use in this part of the exam. If you want any more advice for your FC exam, we've got a video here, 6 common mistakes in the FC writing, which will give you a lot to think about in this area of the exam. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and remember, please subscribe if you want the videos as they come out. Bye for now.